Okay, everybody. Well, we are here at 4 o'clock as promised, and I have Chubi with me of Emadri. And Chubi, I'm sorry, but I am not going to even attempt at your last name because I would massacre it. So apologies.
For what it's worth, I have relatives that massacre my name. So there you go.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell it? Why don't you tell us what it is? Pronounce it for us.
It's actually Nwagbara.
Oh, okay.
It's relatively simple. It's just really hard to spell.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'll try to remember that. So great. Well, I'm excited today. Chubi is going to show us about this new online travel store that he has curated for my website. And it's a really fabulous tool that I hope everybody will enjoy using. I'll let him tell most of it, but you can not only make a packing list of the items you already own, but you can add things that you might need for whatever kind of trip it is. It can be, hot, cold, beach, mountains, whatever, and you can find everything you need in the one place and get everything you need there. So, but before we go into that, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you end up doing this? What led you to this?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Robin. As Robin mentioned, my name's Chubi, and you may ask, what kind of name is that, right? So my name is actually a Nigerian heritage. I was actually born in Nigeria. I grew up in the US in Atlanta, Georgia. And ever since then, I have moved a little bit around the US. But essentially, when I was a kid, I left what was my home country and went to the UK for a little bit and then came to the US. So travel has always essentially been a very core part of who I am, part of my DNA, experiencing new cultures, sort of learning how to, assimilate myself and still have a really good time wherever I live. So that's just at the very core of who I am and how I've ended up here.
Great. And so what led you to doing this? Like, why did you decide that doing travel stores was the thing? Because I'm not the only person that has this. There are other travel agents that use your services as well. So what led you to this?
Yeah, so I would say in a previous life, I used to be a management consultant. I worked at Accenture. And as I rose up the ranks, I found out I was taking on multiple clients at a time, which really meant I might spend a couple of days at one client in one city, another couple of days, same week at a different client in a different city. And then on the weekends, I might even just take a trip and then a leisure trip and then come back home. But anyway, what I found out was as I was doing a lot of traveling, and I'm a pro traveler, figuring out what to pack and what I needed for my trip actually was still a very tedious part of the whole travel experience. I always say airport security and what you need to pack are sort of the two most tedious parts of travel. So it sort of led us down the path of saying, hey, this tool does not exist and this is something people need. So we started by building that. And as the company has grown, we've added on the capability of shopping all in one place for everything you need for a trip, which is then extended onto the travel store.
Yeah, that's great. Because it is amazing to me. As much as I love to travel, like I will go pretty much anywhere at the drop of a hat, but I will put off packing until the very last minute. I hate to pack. I love to travel and I hate to pack. So this is something I'm going to use myself too. Having that list and all that is going to be great. So yeah.
And I'll just say this, Robin, it's quite fascinating when you're sort of in the space I'm in. There are people like you who hate to pack and wait till the last minute, but there are things called packing personalities. The people who pack 3 weeks in advance and just waiting. So it's always interesting to learn a little bit more about how this product can be helpful to different packing personalities.
Yeah, I love that, packing personalities. That's awesome. Yeah, it's funny. I'll tell you real quick. Last year we went to Kenya in January, and I had friends going along with me. There was a group of us, and one of my friends, I mean, like you said, 3 weeks out, she had everything, out on the bed, folded. The list was on top, everything else. And she said, and she called me one day and said, "What about this? What about this?" And I was like, I haven't even thought about it yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Like
that was really, I probably shouldn't admit that, but
just like, I thought you were the expert, Robbie.
yeah, exactly. I'm an expert on the travel part, but so
Right.
that's why we need the travel store, is
There
so
you go.
that I
There you
have the
go.
expert for the packing part too.
That's right.
So
That's right.
okay, so what we'll do here is I am going to show your screen. I'm going to hide myself, and I am going to see if this works. There we go. Okay, so there, now we have you. You can still hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and
Oh,
clear.
okay. All right, so you can hear me. You go ahead and you walk us through what we've got here.
Yeah. So before I jump right into what we have here for Cline Co, want to take a step back and think of the Cline Co brand, the company. And so what we did here was we looked at some of their travel inspirations. I know Safari is pretty big for rubbing and Cline Co. So what you have here is packing and shopping recommendations for a trip to Safari. So we picked the Masai Mara specifically. And what you're looking at is a Cline & Co site, sort of with the destination and the dates of travel. One of the things that, this platform is able to do is able to pull back the weather during those specific days. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of rain at this time in the Masai Mara, but it makes recommendations. So you see things like a travel umbrella, rain boots, raincoats based on the weather. It considers the temperature, but you also see different things that you can add. So for example, we even have like the safari, which you can add because that's a safari trip. There are many other things you can do. I just wanted to sort of show you that there are many other things you can do, but basically all in one place, you can get everything you need. And here is the safari section again, because this is a safari trip. You start to see some things and you can scroll to see a little bit more of what you would need. All in one place, I think it's worth mentioning. And this also goes from not just the what to pack, but the travel store. But all in one place, you can purchase everything. So behind the scenes, there are lots of integrations with many different retailers and brands, but it's really convenient for you, the traveler, as everything you need, you can find here, and you don't have to bounce around the internet. You can come all right to Cline & Co and purchase everything you need for your trip.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And it's also nice that, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a trip that you've booked with me. I mean, if you're going on your, own family trip or whatever, you can come to my website, go to the travel store and use it, regardless of whether you're a client or not even.
That's exactly right. And that's a perfect segue into something like this, which is a way to, again, come on the Cline & Co site and pick a date and destination for any location. Like Robin said, even if you're not a client of hers, you just happen to land on the site. If you are going to one of her sort of curated packing itinerary locations, then of course you can just take what she's already set up. But if it's a random one altogether, you can come in here and you can go through sort of that process, pick your dates of travel, go on to the next month, and you can pick anything. It can be Paris, France. It could be anywhere. It could be anywhere entirely in the world, and you can get the packing recommendations for that right on her site.
I love that. Yeah, I love that. And you can, and you can get, like, you can see all kinds of things other than just clothes. It's not just clothes. I mean, it's pretty much anything you would need.
Right. So depending on what it is you're doing, you can see there's all this hiking related stuff. Again, what we're looking at right now is, Robin, do you mind if I talk about the travel store a little bit?
No, please do. Please do. Yeah.
So what we're looking at right now is a travel store that exists on Cline & Co as well. So you do not actually have to be taking a trip to come here and see. And Robin is in the process of continuously curating sort of the products, the items, the types of things you can see here. And again, you can come in and you can purchase things even if you're not taking a trip. Maybe you're going to the local beach, or maybe you're just going outdoors with your family. You're not necessarily going to Machu Picchu, for example, right? You might just be going somewhere nearby. You can find your hiking gear here, your windbreakers, and anything sort of you really need. So just wanted to highlight that.
Yes, no, that's perfect. I love that that you can do. Yeah, binoculars. I need to remember those the next time. So, that's great. Yeah, and I noticed the neck pillow there and stuff like that, so you can get all your stuff you even need on the plane as well. And your
luggage, neck pillows, packing cubes. You can play around with it and find as much as you want.
Tell us about that that suitcase. Wasn't that the suitcase that you said was the special one that was wasn't there something special about that suitcase?
Yeah, so not this one in particular, but I do know the one you're talking about. So
okay.
We have a suitcase that was recently added to the platform and should be on Cline Co really soon, which is made sustainably. So it's really amazing. This brand is really thinking a lot about sustainable travel, which is clearly a huge thing right now. And they are making these beautiful pieces of luggage and other travel accessories, all from recycled materials. So they're a brand we're excited to have on Cline & Co.'s store as well. So that should be, in a matter of a couple of days, that should be on there.
Great. Are there I'm gonna put my screen back up there for a minute. There we go. So what about, so let's pick one more location just for fun. I'm trying to think where let's say we're gonna go to Greece. Let's go to Greece and see what the weather is like right now in Greece and see what it gives us.
So do we want to go to Athens, Santorini?
Yeah. Oh no, let's go to Santorini. I like Santorini. Yeah, let's go to Santorini.
Let's see here.
And I'm gonna hide myself again just so that it's big so people can see it.
Absolutely.
I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun just playing with this and seeing what the weather is everywhere and what I would, what kind of what I would be packing. So this might change my packing. Might make me a better packer. It might make packing fun.
Yeah. So again, if you recall, so this is now Santorini, and if you recall, you can come in here and you can say, hey, these are some of the things I might be interested in doing while I'm there. So I can say, hey, while I'm there, I'm gonna definitely go, let's just say, to the beach, and let's say hiking. I know in the Santorini region, you can do some of those things because I've definitely been there myself.
Oh, you have? Oh, I'm jealous.
Yes. So yes, you could come in and for sort of the hiking bit, again, I think we showed a little bit of the hiking stuff a little earlier. You could select items. Something really interesting here, though, is you can also flip between genders. You can flip between male and female. So clearly we're looking mostly at the items for women right now, but you can definitely flip. So if it's a gentleman that's traveling, or if you're looking for something for your partner, you can get those same recommendations here. All it does is it really just flips and takes the same weather, the same purpose of travel, same activities, and makes those recommendations. So as you see, it continues to load these. And again, you said you were interested in going to the beach, so it starts to show you some things that you might want to use for the beach and things like that.
Great. Yeah. Well, we have a couple people watching, but I don't have any questions yet. So I guess you're doing a very good job of explaining things. But if anybody out there wants to ask any questions, please feel free. But I'm trying to think if we have anything else, is there anything else about this that you want to share today, or is that kind of
Look, I think what's really worth mentioning, and just one of the ways this stands out for Cline & Co, and one of the things Emadri really focuses on behind the scenes, is giving sort of full control to Cline & Co Travel. So Cline & Co Travel can pick very specific items that they think will resonate with you guys. So they can say, hey, these are the price points for this type of product. maybe these are even the brands. So just being able to have that store that's really curated, highly curated to Cline Co's network is something that's really important to us. And we work relentlessly behind the scenes. Again, having one place to purchase all these things, so you can buy an item from Bloomingdale's, but you can also turn around and buy an item from REI, and you can buy that sustainable luggage, again, all in one cart, without bouncing around the internet, is something that we're really excited about. And I thought it's just really worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, it's a huge convenience. And I mean, I know that we're all kind of Amazon addicts, but at the same time, I love that this is condensed down to travel. These are things that you would use, for travel. And, the other thing I might point out is that if anybody that is watching today has a traveler in their life that they want to do a little Christmas shopping for, you could go do it here too, so you could go and look, maybe you're planning some trips coming up in the next year or so, and you could go and look and see what is recommended for that area rather than just sort of making a stab in the dark on it.
So that's a great point you bring up, Robin. So highlighting this around shopping is what you see on here are the prices. So you will not see it here and see it for cheaper on like another website. So we get daily, hourly feeds from a partner. So if you're looking at an item on Bloomingdale's, it's also going to be the same price on here. But one additional thing that makes this also really exciting for the shopper is most of the items on here are free shipping. We're working towards getting everything, but it's not happened just yet. But it's coming.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, well, everybody loves the free shipping, but free
shipping. So So as these products come on, some of those sites are not even free shipping, but part of the agreements for them to be on Cline Co Travel stores and other travel stores is they need to provide free shipping. So for those that care about that, not everyone cares, but some people.
Well, I mean, most of the time I care about that quite a bit, but I will say that I'm willing to pay some shipping if it keeps me, like you said, from bouncing around the internet. If I don't have to go to 3 or 4 different sites to find it. And, for me, even sometimes I get a little overwhelmed on Amazon because it's just, there's one rabbit hole after another on Amazon. So, I can get going off on the wrong direction really easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, well, this is great, and I'm so excited to put it out there for everybody today. And you all see the website address going along the ticker there. So, just go visit and click through it and have some fun. When you get to my homepage, you'll see travel store over on the right on the top bar, and just play around. And if nothing else, pretend you're going someplace and make a list and think of the things you're going to take, and that might improve a mood or whatever. I mean, right now I think everybody is so tired of all this nonsense that's going on that maybe just even pretending for a little while would be a good use of time. So
that's right.
So anyway, okay, well, thank you so much for being here this afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully we'll see lots of people visiting the store. All right, I'm going to go ahead and